here. We got everything situated. We're back again, another edition of our Millennial Masterclass series. Today we have Coach Tanisha Marie. We'll be talking about financial literacy, how to get it back during this time of the quarantine. Make sure that you guys tune in. I'm blessed to be your host, Caleb Smith. Thank you guys for tuning in. This series is taking off. About to send her the request. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Good, good. I appreciate you coming to the platform.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks for having me here.
Anytime, anytime. I'm excited for this.
Right. I saw you on my boy Ash Cash.
Yeah.
That's my boy, man. I love it.
Yeah. Love. Yeah, he was awesome. So
he's awesome and amazing.
Yep. Man,
I love
with yourself, how you are doing your thing with online businesses and e-commerce, how did you get started in that? Because not too many people know about that. Or just like right now, everybody's talking about it, because of the quarantine. But it seems like you've already been on it way ahead of time.
Right. Well, I've been talking about online marketing, start your own e-commerce for years. I used to be a social worker, and I hated that job. It was just, it was just too much.
Yeah.
And my cousin, actually, she introduced me into network marketing. And she said, network marketing is a way for you to make some part-time income. And I said, okay, well, let me take a look at it. I didn't know nothing about it. All I knew was just to go to school, go to work, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't no in-between anything. Right. So she told me about it, and, I loved it because I saw a lot of people that looked like me making money, traveling, driving nice cars, doing what they wanted to do. So I'm like, well, why I never heard of this before? Like, why I never heard of network marketing? Like, where's this been at? Like, why my mother never did this, or my father or cousins? Nobody never did this. So my cousin, she introduced me to it, and I didn't know how to be an entrepreneur. I didn't understand business. I didn't understand what it took and all of that stuff. So it took me about 3 years to really start understanding entrepreneurship. It took me about 3 years to understand business because, I come from a family where everybody's a nurse, everybody's a teacher or a pastor, or a social worker. So it wasn't like anybody was doing anything different. So it really took time because I feel like being in business, entrepreneurship is really your mindset. Right, you got to really change your mind. So for 30 years, all I knew was go to school and get a job. So it's really, I had to brainwash myself to understand entrepreneurship, to understand business. And, once I started understanding that, someone introduced me to the online world. And they said, okay, well, you could join us, for $25, get involved, with this blogging company, and we're going to show you how to market and advertise. So I got involved. Of course, it wasn't just $25. It was thousands and thousands of dollars, after that. And then I started learning marketing. But it's not so much marketing. It's more so of building an audience, building a fan base, building yourself up so that you can be in position so you can help other people. So I started this in 2012. And I didn't really get into the money until 2014, 2015. Where now I started making some money, where I can say, you know what, I'm really making 4 or 5 figures a month from home. And then, that just built my belief where I was like, you know what, I don't need a job. I don't need to go to a job. I don't need to, sit down and trade hours, for dollars when I can sit home and make $5 grand a month or even $2 grand a month. Shit, I was happy when I was making $2,000 a month. So from home. But of course, there's levels to this thing. You got to keep leveling up. So when I started making $2 grand a month, I thought I made it. I was like, man, this is it. I'm not going back to a job. So I got involved with YouTube. So I started doing a whole lot of YouTube videos. I had hired a mentor, to guide me and help me to do this as well. And, now, on YouTube, I almost got 2 million views right now on YouTube. But see, that's a part of me being consistent, though.
That's right.
Every single day, every week, I'm posting on my YouTube. So once I started to get the hang of it and really started to understand this, it's like so many opportunities started coming to me. And I'm like, well, damn, where was all these opportunities before? right? Where these opportunities at before? But when you have a closed mind and all you know is just go to work, you really don't see opportunities. It's very hard to see. I'm telling you, it's very hard to see opportunities. But once you're in the opportunity, your mind is open, so you now see more. Right? It's like a crazy. It's like a crazy thing. Like, you know, when your mind is closed, you see nothing, and when your mind is open, you get to see everything. So, you know, now I'm so grateful that I've been doing this for so long, because even right now in this pandemic, with this whole thing going on, do you know how much people are looking for ways to do e-commerce, looking for ways to do network marketing, looking for ways to start a business, build a business, and I'm grateful to be in position.
Man, that's real.
Yeah.
So something that you said that was so potent, and I loved it, about brainwashing yourself and having to unlearn everything that we've been trained. What are some steps that people can use to start unlearning? Because we're programmed, like what you said, to say, hey, I got to go to school, I got to get this job, although I hate it, I got to do it. So how do we start unlearning that and start doing entrepreneurship?
Right. Well, you got to read.
Yeah.
And this is what, you know, we was taught to read, right? But unfortunately, most people after 5th grade or after college or after high school don't pick up a book at all.
Facts. Yeah.
And it's a shame that they don't, right? So you got to start picking up the books and allow those books to mentor you, right? Because now you got to get information in. You got to turn off the TV, turn off the CNN, turn off the news, and tune in to books that's going to empower you. But you got to get consistent at reading those books, not just, oh, I'm going to read 1 page today, and then I don't pick up the book until a month later. No, 30 minutes a day, because I train my students on this, 30 minutes a day reading a book. Right? So your mind can start to change. And then also listening to audio. So for me, how I started like programming my mind was listening to a lot of audios. I would listen to audios at night while I was sleeping. I would wake up in the morning, listen to audios. I'll be driving my daughter to school, listening to audios, just like really engulfing myself and emerging myself in this personal growth and development, because you have to be able to grow. And the only way to grow is if you have the right knowledge, right? And if you have the right information, you can't grow without it, you know, right? So you got to start programming yourself. You can go on Amazon and buy you a whole bunch of books. You can download the Audible book and just download the books and start listening to it. You know, stop just scrolling on social media, reading the little memes and all that. No, actually take time. See, it takes time for success, right? So you really got to take the time to now reprogram yourself. That's why it took me 3 years, right? It took me 3 years, right? And I'm still unlearning some things. So this is like a never-ending journey. You don't just unlearn it and then poof. You know what I'm saying? Like you really got to keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. So, you know, for the person that's really trying to change their mind, you got to start getting engulfed and emerge with personal growth and development.
I love that. For yourself, when did you know that it was time for you to take that leap once you were making your money from what you do now? When did you know, like, yo, it's time to leave this 9 to 5? Like,
well, I got fired, actually.
Oh, wow.
So, and honestly, I wanted to get fired because I was a social worker in New York City. And I don't know if you guys know about ACS, but ACS is a tough job where you're removing kids, you're going to court, you're dealing with police all the time, you're dealing with crazy parents all the time, you know, you're dealing with child abuse. And I mean, it's just a whole slew of things that you got to deal with. And social workers don't make a lot of money, right? But I always had a desire, which we all do. I always had a desire to help people, right? We all want to help in some kind of way. But I know I didn't want to do social work. So I was there for 5 years, right? I got my bachelor's degree. It took me 6 years to get my bachelor's degree. First of all, I was sick of college. And then I worked at the job for 5 years. And after like my 4th year, I said, this ain't for me. I cannot see myself coming here 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, because some days I was working, you know, overtime because I had to remove kids or end up in court or end up at the precinct. It was just madness. And I said, I cannot see myself doing this. And I saw ladies that was there that been there 25 years and they like 65, 70. And I'm like, you still doing this? You still doing this after so many years and you still can't retire? So I made up in my mind, after that 4 years, this is not what I want to do. So I started doing what I wanted, started coming in late, leaving when I wanted to do, whatever. But the thing about social work, it has a big turnover. So they couldn't replace me right away. So it took them a whole year to fire me after I literally mentally was already fired. You know what I'm saying? So it took them a whole year. One day I walked in, supervisor called me and said, Tanisha, come to the office. I came to the office and said, oh, this is your record. You've been coming in late, blah, 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 blah. And they said, you're fired. Okay. I left. And you know what was the craziest thing? As I was walking and I was walking to my car, I felt like a brick, a ton of bricks was just, I don't know. It was like a divine feeling kind of thing. It's like a ton of bricks was just lifted. And I just felt like I was able to fly now. And I was like, wow, I needed to get fired from my job to have this feeling.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell a lot of people, too, that you sometimes need to get rid of your job. Right? Because your job is weighing on you. And we don't realize it. We truly don't realize it. Right? That's why we got to be in tune with the universe. And we got to be in tune with ourselves. But once I felt that, I was like, wow, I felt like I could do anything after that. You know what I'm saying? So I went home. I was already into real estate. So I started going harder, you know, doing my real estate. I was living in the basement with my husband, you know, and my 2 kids. So I started going hard in real estate. I said, listen, this is my opportunity to get it done. And I did real estate for 2 years. Now, I loved real estate because you can make a boatload of money. But real estate is a lot of grinding. You got to be showing people the houses over here. You got to run over here to show the seller, to make sure the seller home, the seller come off work at 8. I was like, I'm done with this too. This is not what I want. I said, I want to sit home and make money. That's what I said to myself. I don't want to be running around doing nothing else. So I want to sit home and make money. So I was searching, you know, online. And, you know, I finally found a system that allowed me to plug into it, go through the training, and apply the knowledge that I was learning. So I'm grateful that I came online, and now 7 years later, you know, I'm not making any income claims that anybody can make money, but my business generated $2 million in the last 6 years from home.
Wow.
It's like incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like incredible. Now, everybody has a chance to make $1 million or $2 million, but if you have your own business, you can make it faster. Literally. Yeah. Everybody at their job, if you work a job for 20 or 40 years, you made at least $1 million. But it's going to take you 20, 40 years at your job. But in your business, you can make it quicker.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
On your page, too, I saw something that I felt when you were talking about with being an entrepreneur, with what you do. There's no cap on it. You can make as much money as you can throughout the day. And that you were saying how I could make $200 in 1 hour, but at your job, you make probably 10 per hour or 20 per hour. How powerful is that for us to realize, like, yo, you can do this yourself. And not just that, like, you can make as much money as possible. What was that feeling like for you when you first started making money per hour in sales, all that?
Well, I mean, first of all, when you realize that you have the power to do anything, literally, sky becomes the limit. Now you're not scared anymore. Now you're not feeling like you're in bondage anymore. Now your mind is literally thinking in abundance. I realized that when I had a job, my mind was so closed. I was so scared. I was always in fear. I was constipated. I couldn't think. But when you're an entrepreneur, your mind is so open. And you're looking for opportunities. It's like, wow. And then opportunities are coming to you. And I remember when I made my first $3,000 in a day. It blew my mind. I was like, are you serious? I literally just made $3,000 in one day. Like literally in one day. And it took me 5 minutes. Hold up. I've been lied to my whole doggone life that I got to work a job to make 3,000 a month, and I just made 3,000 in 1 hour, man. So honestly, I really started to study more of entrepreneurship. I really started to study more of business. I started studying wealth. I started studying, people that were successful, because now once you're into this, now you want more. It's like you hunger or you crave for more of it. So I had to find people. I had to hire people. Just like I told you with Ashcast, he's one of my mentors. Like I got his books and, you know what I'm saying? Like all of these different things. And I started hiring physical people that was able to help me with my brand, that was able to help me understand sales funnels and marketing and all of that stuff. And, to this day, I still crave for that knowledge. I still am open-minded, and I feel like I'm really just getting started. Honestly, I really feel like I'm getting started, but you really have to change your mind to understand that you don't have to trade an hour of your time for $10. You can make $100 in 1 hour selling 10 products.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You really have to change your mind, because we got to believe that, though. Right? So 80% of success is here. Right? It's here. So we got to believe that I could sell 10 products in 1 hour and make $200 versus going to a job, spending 1 hour and make $10. And then here's the thing about, this digital world, you can make money anywhere. You could be in Dubai. You could be in Zimbabwe. Anywhere. Anywhere, because you have the internet, and the internet is so powerful. And I tell people this, that we are in the best of times. Even though we're in the worst of times, we're in the best of times. Madam C.J. Walker, 100 years ago, was the first Black millionaire in a recession, in the pandemic. She was selling hair products. And then she started to branch off and network and had other people now selling her product. The first millionaire. So I'm telling people, if you see this as an opportunity, start planting your seeds to become the first millionaire in your family, you better start running now.
Wow.
Like, so you better start running now.
Wow. Hey, you dropped some gems on that one. So something that you touched on, and people say this, and I've been saying this as well during this quarantine, this is like a make or break season. And like what you said, I see this as like a great opportunity. How do entrepreneurs pivot during this time? Because you're already in like that same mode, but how do entrepreneurs pivot during this time of the quarantine?
Well, a lot of people, even in real estate, like real estate investors, have to pivot because ain't nobody paying rent. So you can literally don't have, any income. So what I did was say, what does the market need? What are people in need of right now? Are people in need of $10,000 coaching? No, people don't have $10,000 right now, right? Are people in need of an opportunity where they can make $100 a day or, $200 a day with a simple system? So you got to find what your people need, because as an entrepreneur, we all have our own audiences, right? My audience may not be your audience. Your audience may not be my audience. We all have to find our niche. Now, once we find our niche, now we can ask our people, our followers, our fans, what is it that you want? What is it that you need? What is it that you're looking for? And then you create either a solution, a product for them, and then now you market it, right? So for me, I have a $50 program. People can get in for $50, learn marketing, learn sales, learn e-commerce, learn drop shipping, and now I can help you make $100 a day if you're willing to work. Opposed to now selling my $10,000 coaching where people are like, I don't got $10,000 right now, Tanisha. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to go like water, like honestly, flow like water, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of speakers that speak, their income literally went down.
Yeah,
that income is completely gone.
That's true.
Because nobody's paying you $25,000 to come on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's paying you $5,000 to come on Instagram Live. So the speakers, those speakers that only spoke and they didn't have books or ebooks or e-courses, they literally went to zero. So now they gotta again ask their audience, but they can start creating ebooks. I got an ebook. I actually have 2 ebooks. Right? I have e-courses. I got content that I create. I have systems that people can get a part of. I have courses that people can, be able to join for cheap. So again, guys, we have to know what people want And that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur, because you can be creative and create something that's going to solve people's problems, and you can make money while you sleep. Wow. It's an amazing thing. Now, what I'm seeing is a lot of entrepreneurs are failing. I'm seeing a lot of entrepreneurs closing up shop, saying, oh my God, COVID messed me up, and the corona ain't for me, and you know, all this stuff. I got to apply for unemployment. No, boo, you got to know how to really pivot. What is it that your people want? Right? That's why in this business, you have to be an entrepreneur. You can't just be trying to sell products. Right? Because if the pandemic ever happened like this, and all you was doing was just selling products, and you don't have something else to give to your people, then you're going to be closing up shop. You understand? So it's really understanding. But I've learned over the years that I got to be diverse anyway. You can't just sell one course. You can't just sell one coaching package. You just can't be a part of one business, you know, opportunity. You need many things, multiple streams of income in your arsenal. Because even for my real estate, tenants ain't paying rent right now. So, of course, I'm not getting my rent right now, right? So now what do? Do I close up shop? No. Now I come to the market and say, what is it that you guys need? What are you guys looking for? And now I can create around that. And anyway, God wants us to be creative. God wants us to create for people. God wants us to help people. So this is the best opportunity. They're predicting by the end of 2020 that there's going to be over 100 million people without a job.
Wow.
That's
great
insane.
Depression. Yeah.
That's insane. That hurts my heart to say, damn. So it's not just 100 million, but then all those people are attached to families. They're attached to mothers and their wives and their kids. So this could be 250 million, 300 million people affected. This is deep, man. Wow. This is the worst we have ever seen. But this is also the best that we have ever seen if you're open-minded, if you're ready for success, and if you're really ready to be an entrepreneur and change the world. Right? Because like I said, I see people close up shop and they done. But also I see people, now I'm like, wow, where this person come from? Right? Because now they on board. They doing it, right? But see, I have mentors that always keep me up to date. I got mentors that keep me abreast of what's going on. So I make sure, right, that I'm good. I make sure that I'm always in the money.
That's facts. I love that. And speaking on having mentors, you're a connection with people like Ash Cash, and you've mentioned earlier that you have people who help guide you. For entrepreneurs who are up and coming, how important is it for us to have a mentor, or for us to have somebody who we can always contact if we need help with, you know, like, hey, should I make this move, that move?
Right. I mean, it's like lifeblood. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's like blood in our veins. If we don't have blood running through our veins, we're gonna die. If I don't have a mentor that I can call, even when I just want to vent. Because see, I can't vent to my husband. He don't understand this business. I can't vent to my mom. She don't understand this business. She doesn't. I mean, my husband and my mom and family see me doing it, but they don't understand it. So I can't call them and vent. But my mentors, oh yeah, I can call them and vent. I can get some things off my chest, and they're going to give me some good advice back, right? So my mentors is literally lifeblood. I got about 5 mentors right now. They literally are my lifeblood. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know everything. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not acting like I do. I don't know everything. And guess what? I won't know everything. But I can now tap into people that know more than me. Right? So now when I tap into this, now I gain more confidence, right, in what I'm doing. So everyone needs a mentor, especially if you want to be successful, right? Losers don't have mentors. Winners have mentors.
Facts. You got the e-commerce game on lock. How did you learn more about it to the point that you're like an overall expert at it? And 2, how do you make sure that, you know, I'm able to sell this product, that product? Like, how do you do all of this?
Well, so Amazon, I started 4 years ago. I love Amazon because it's passive income. I started it. One of my friends, one of my marketing friends said, hey, you should get into Amazon, because I used to do Shopify. I don't know if you guys heard of Shopify, But Shopify is where you got to build your store out. You got to put the products in. You got to put the description. You got to create the fan pages. You got to, ship the stuff. I mean, Shopify is a whole production all by itself, right? You got to drive the traffic. So she said, you need to look into Amazon. So I said, okay, well, give me some information on it or whatever. She sent it to me. And she said, with Amazon, you don't have to drive traffic. And I was like, how? I said, so well, how the hell do you make sales? She was like, Amazon sends you the customers.
Wow.
I was like, wow, I never knew that. Amazon could send you the customers. So, I paid a couple grand. I sat down with her. She showed me. She gave me the game. And that next week, I set up my Amazon store. And I used sites like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, eBay. I may use AliExpress. I may use Alibaba, Wish. All these different sites that I now use to copy and paste from their site to now put that same product in my Amazon store. So it's really called drop shipping. So I'm never holding any products. I'm never physically having any products. All I'm really doing is copying and pasting. So with drop shipping on Amazon, you're the middleman to get paid. You literally are the middleman to get paid. Now, the thing is, with Amazon, when you do it manually, you have to put the product in the store. You got to ship it, and you have to deal with the customer. When you do Amazon automation, because I have an agency that does Amazon automation where they literally do everything for you, and you really only doing about 15% of the work. See, what I've learned from wealthy people is that you don't work hard for money.
It's facts.
I learned that. Like, you don't supposed to work hard for money. You don't supposed to stress over money. You don't supposed to be down and out for money. Money is supposed to make you money. Period. Money's supposed to keep making you money and keep making you money. And money is really supposed to be passive. So now that I got into this Amazon automation agency, they now do everything for me. And I just cash a check every 2 weeks. But it's the same thing of them being the middleman, except they're doing all the work for me. Now, drop shipping, you could do drop shipping on anything. You could do it on eBay. Walmart has drop shipping. People don't know that. Walmart has drop shipping. Target also has drop shipping. Wish also has drop shipping. So you can actually be an affiliate of all of these major companies and market their products, and they will pay you a percentage of it. So there's amazing things on how Jeff Bezos is going to be the first trillionaire in the world in the next 2 years.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That is ridiculous, but I'm grateful that he's able to allow people like me to sell on his platform. And then once I started making money in Amazon, I think I made my first $5,000 in like my first 6 weeks.
Wow.
I created a course.
Yep.
I created just a small course, and I said, hey, let me see if I can give this to my audience. Let me see if they're going to buy it. 20 people joined. I said, oh, shoot. Well, guess what? I can teach people how to make money on Amazon. Right now, I got over 500 students.
Wow.
Now, I wish all of them was making thousands upon thousands of dollars, but everybody's not serious. And I wish everybody was, but the ones that are, go make at least $1,000 a month their first month, $2,000, $3,000 a month their first month. And that gives me more joy than me making money on my own Amazon store. Because now I helped the perfect stranger that believed in me and said, Tanisha, I want your course because you look like me, because everybody else selling an Amazon course don't look like me, right? So now you look like me. I want to be able to support you, get your course. And now when people tell me, oh, I made $600 today, I'm like, wow, that helps me to sleep at night. Because now I know I'm adding to the world. So that's why I tell people also, too, it's not just about you starting a business and getting some results. It's about how many other people you can help.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? Literally, how many other people can you freaking help? Right? So that's the pinnacle, really, of success. Your bank account is only a measuring stick. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Of how many people you help. And if your bank account's on zero or it's on $2 every time you turn around, you ain't really helping nobody.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
How do we get more Black women involved in e-commerce so there'll be more people who look like you and who look like us that's in this space? Well, here's the thing. Of course, you need to do your research. Even when people join me in my Amazon class, I tell you, do your research. Don't just automatically join because, again, it's a mindset thing.
A lot of people feel like, oh, I'm going to join drop shipping. I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have to market. Oh, I'm going to get rich. And when they're not rich in 30 days, they're like, oh, this didn't work, or this wasn't for me, or whatever the case is. No, it's still work. You still have to work. You understand? So I tell people, do your research. Find out if this is really, truly what you're going to dedicate your time to. Because you need at least 2 to 4 hours a day to dedicate to this and really building it out so it can eventually run for you, right? So I have a course. People can go to like createmyown.economy.com, and I have a webinar, free webinar that people can actually watch. And I break down Amazon, how Amazon works, how you can get yourself involved with Amazon. And right now, again, you're talking about the pivoting. I had a $1,000 course. I was selling my course for $1,000, and over 500 people got involved at $1,000. So now, like in the pandemic, I want to be able to help, you know, some more people. So now I add like a basic course where you just get the group support and you're able to get the course. Where now I have 2 courses where it's $350 for the basic and then $750 for the advanced. So now I got a ton of people at the $350 and also got a ton of people at the $750. So that was like a pivoted moment too. Right? I had to lower my prices so that I can be able to help more people. So I feel like people really should do their research. You really, truly have to understand what you're getting yourself into. It's not just a get rich quick thing. I wish I can get rich in one day. Shit, we all do, right? But we got to work, man. And I tell people, I'd rather work 24/7 for myself than work 9 to 5 for somebody else any day.
That's deep.
Any day. Any day.
Wow. You work at home, which might take a lot of discipline. I know you're a mom, wife. So for other entrepreneurs who work at home, how do they maintain that focus where they don't get caught up in watching TV for too long or feeling lazy? Because like what you said, you still got to get up and you still got to work. So how do they maintain focus?
Well, you got to set yourself on a schedule. I set myself on a schedule. Now that we're in quarantine, now I get a little more bed rest. But before I was waking up 5 o'clock in the morning. Getting myself up. I was doing my meditation. I was doing my readings and stuff like that, taking my kids to, you know, school. And then, you know, also I was off to the gym and then, back to work. But now I'm able to go to the gym. So now I do exercise in the house, or I'll get up and help my daughter with her schooling or whatever she, needs to be able to do. But again, it is discipline. You have to put yourself on a schedule. I tell people, put your foot on your own neck. Put your foot on your own neck and say, get the hell up in the morning, start working. How much money do I want to make today? Or how many people do I want to help today? And don't go to sleep until that goal is met. Right? But it does take a lot of discipline. For me, I'm fortunate to have my own home office where I can just come down and, just get to work. But a lot of people don't. They may have a home corner, in the living room. And it does take a lot of discipline, but it also comes and boils down to how bad do you truly want this?
Thanks.
How bad do you truly want this to work for you and your family? Like, for real. Like, how bad do you truly want this? Because really the discipline comes with your desires. You know what I'm saying? And your wants. So your discipline going to show up once you have the desire and the universe works for you. Right? So we really got to get disciplined at this. And now more people are home. More people are working, from home. And some people are telling me they feeling overwhelmed working from home.
Wow.
Like they feel like, because they can't be organized. See, we're so used to the pastor telling us what to do, our teachers telling us what to do, right? Our parents telling us what to do. So now when you're home and you don't have nobody telling you what to do, right? You're like, well, what should I do then? Let me twiddle my fingers. Let me scroll on social media for 8 hours. You really have to discipline. It's not easy. And even for me, I'm still disciplining myself. It truly is not easy because I work from home. I may have the mailman knocking at the door. I may have my neighbor coming. I may have the lawnmower going. Like, you really, truly have to say, do I really want this? And set yourself on a schedule. Whether you're going to work 2 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 1 hour a day, what are you going to do in that time? Turn off all the TVs, turn off all the phones and emails and stuff, and really get to work. This is what this truly boils down to, really getting yourself to work. Again, I love working for myself. If I'm not working, I feel like I'm not doing nothing. I really love working for myself. And people that get in my inner circle knows that. And they know I have a work ethic. And guess what? That energy starts to rub off on them. And now they're like, man, I got to step my game up. You know what I'm saying? Coach doing this and coach doing that. I need to step my damn game up too. Right? But now I've developed that discipline to know that if I don't get this done, nobody is.
That's facts.
That's the facts. Now, I may have assistants, I may have teammates and all that stuff, but if I want to succeed, I got to put the work in. Period.
Another thing, too, on your page that I loved how you broke down how most entrepreneurs and people in general aren't aware of, hey, if you work at home, you can put down tax write-offs for your home. If you have like an office for your car, it's like a work car. How did you learn that, and how important is it for us to be aware of those things?
Well, again, we didn't learn nothing about money. We didn't learn nothing about taxes and business. Again, I had mentors. And my mentors told me, you need your own corporation. You need your own LLC. And I didn't know what that was. So thank God for my mentors who said, I'm going to help you set up an LLC. I'm going to help you set up an S Corp. And I'm going to show you how to do this. And then you got to have a team. When you're trying to be successful, you got to have a team, man. You got to have a team of lawyers. You got to have a team of mentors. You got to have a team of tax preparers. You got to have a team of financial advisors. You got to. You have to. So now you're not the expert. I'm not an expert in taxes, but I can hire people that is expert, right? And doing taxes. So now I don't feel like I have the anxiety. Right? I don't feel like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. No, I could call my lawyer. Even today, I could call my lawyer. If I'm having a problem or issue or whatever, I've got my lawyer on speed dial. Literally, I can call my lawyer. I can call my tax preparer. It doesn't matter. As an entrepreneur, guys, you got to have these things in place. And another thing is that this business online is very risky. People don't know that. It is very, truly, truly risky because you don't know who you're coming in contact with.
Wow.
You truly don't, right? And I learned this along the way, too, where it could be an axe murderer taking your Amazon course or joining one of your courses. How the hell do you know? You're not interviewing people, right? You're just marketing and people get involved. So what if, somebody finds your address, because you could Google everything, and someone come to your house and want to kill you or something.
Wow. You
even got to have in your team cops and auxiliary police and all that stuff too, because you truly don't know. I'm honest. You truly don't know who people are. So this business is risky. It truly is. But if you're protected and you got your team members, your law team members in place, you feel easy. You feel much easier to do this. But taxes is for the wealthy, period. Period. Wealthy don't pay a tax ever. Okay? The tax laws was built for the wealthy. Donald Trump ain't never paid a tax. Okay? Because it's not because he doesn't want to, it's because he does what the tax laws allow him to do. The tax law says if you provide real estate for people, which is housing, we're going to give you a tax write-off. If you start a business, even if it's in your home and it's a product or service that's helping people, we're going to give you a tax write-off. If you need to travel to go tell your people or tell people about your business or your product and service, that's a tax write-off. If you got a business bank account, that's a tax write-off. If you got a cell phone where you need to call people to do business, that's a tax write-off.
Wow.
I'm like, hold up. Hold up. This is basic stuff, basic now, that we never learned. Basic stuff. So all my students that come into my school, I make them, listen, set up an LLC, set up an S Corp. Because again, you want to reap these tax benefits. You can't reap the tax benefits in your name. You can't just join a network marketing company and say, oh, I'm going to reap all the tax benefits. You won't.
Wow.
Right? And guess what? Taxes steal our wealth. People pay 40% in taxes. So if you're making $100,000 on your job, you're only bringing home about 60.
Get it ripped off.
60,000, and you really spend 100,000. So people always broke.
Mm.
It's always broke, always living check to check. So I always tell people, just start a business part-time. Lower your taxable income by at least 15 to 20%. At least. But again, you gotta want this, man. Yeah. Your mindset gotta be there. And you gotta say, you know what? I'm sick of paying the government taxes. I'm sick of them raping me and my family. I'm working hard and they get half of my check. That should make you mad right there. That should make you mad. Because a millionaire can literally pay like $10,000 in taxes. Or $5,000 in taxes. But somebody making $100,000 at their job, you paying $40,000? Man, listen. You ain't gotta worry about me getting no job and paying no $40,000 in no goddamn taxes ever.
That's right.
I'm done. Right. And I was making $35,000 on my job, so I was only bringing home about $15,000.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
Yeah. And this is why people are broke year after year after year. And they don't even realize that their biggest expense is taxes.
Wow.
Not your rent, not the daycare, not your food, not the car note. Your taxes is your biggest expense.
Tanisha, man, you dropped so many gems. Thank you. Thank you. Before we close this out, where can everybody follow you? What do you have going on right now? And how can everybody sign up for your classes, coaching, all that good stuff?
So follow me on Instagram, Coach Tanisha Marie. Also on YouTube, at Tanisha Marie on YouTube. And then tonight, I'm kicking off my 3-day live class where I'm training people. Now I got about 25 people in that class. I'm training people on setting up sales funnels. I'm training people on setting up their Instagram the right way. I'm training people on setting up their fan pages the right way and branding. But you got to get my marketing system, right? Because, see, I'm just one person, right? I can't, be answering everybody's questions, all the time when people DM me, right? Yeah. So I have a system that you have to get into that comes with 2 physical books and 1 audio, but it also comes with a digital platform with over like 40 videos and over 2,000 resources, right? So you got to get inside that training system. And then tonight kicks off my 3-day live. It's going to be intense, right? So this is not for people who complaining, who, thinking small, because I'm going to really give you the game. And this is what I love about learning, because now I'm able to transfer this information to others that really want it, right? See, knowledge is power. But applied knowledge makes you unstoppable.
That's facts. Beautiful. Tanisha, keep doing what you're doing. This is just the beginning. I'll make sure to have this posted on YouTube within the next 3 to 5 days. Once it's posted, I'll share it with you, and I got you. But thank you.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Thank you. Anytime. Always welcome to come back on, for real.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And you be safe.
All right. You too.